Bye!
Bye!
So we didn't get robbed or killed by the shifty guy that was walking past our campsite last night. And we actually slept like babies tonight. But that isn't guaranteed when you're camping, especially when you're wild camping. So yeah, we've been going on wild camping trips for years now, and we have a few tricks up our sleeve to help you with sleeping better while camping. But first, let's pack up all our stuff and ride out to our next camp spot.
The most heartbreaking sound when camping.
Emma fell for the first time. Oh man.
So my first fall. I think I'm gonna stand here, grab the handlebars and do the deadlift. And do, yes.
Nee, I can tell.
Is hij in de...
Is it?
Ja, hij zit nu in de 1 of zoiets, dus dat is goed.
Okay.
Wacht, ik moet even kijken waar ik hem vast kan pakken. Ja.
Ja.
Yes. Nice. Ga je die standaard uitdoen?
Ja. Oh. So. Bike okay? Looks okay.
Yeah.
Your leg okay?
Yeah. I think so.
I already ran to Emma to get her underneath the bike, or from underneath the bike, but your leg was twisted.
Yeah, my leg was
Holy
totally
shit.
under it. So, but doesn't really seem to hurt. It's I think the boot projected me, so that's good. So I'm gonna clean up the benzene over here, and then check if everything is okay, and start the bike. I'm happy I didn't fall over that hard. I tripped over because I braked too hard. I was braking because I wanted to get the camera, and it was muddy. And my leg got stuck underneath the pannier. So I'm really happy that we don't have the hard luggage system anymore, and got over to the Enduristan soft lift luggage.
Yeah, and it's really important, as you can see, that you sleep well during these trips. Because off-road riding, you need a bit of concentration. So we're going to continue to ride this trail, and then when we find a suitable place to sleep, we'll set up camp and take you through some ideas of how to maybe spend your night a little better when wild camping instead of lying awake, so you will be fresh to ride in the morning. Thought so?
Thought so. Yeah. Hello, cows. Amazing.
Ah, I think this is a broken bridge, right? Oh, no way.
Hier lang? Oh, ouch! 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 Ik denk dat dit een probleem wordt.
Ja?
Ja, dit vind ik oké. Dit is het probleem. Hier is een bubbelaar gewoon hoog. Ik had eigenlijk willen filmen, maar dit is echt niet te doen.
Nee, dan doen we het gewoon niet. We decided not to go because not just the river crossing has some high rocks. I don't know if my skid plate will clear them. On the other side there's a really shallow rut leading up, fully muddy and with really high sidewalls, and my skid plate wouldn't for sure wouldn't make that. Emma said the road continues into just a tarmac kind of road, so we can just drive around and skip the river crossing and then go further, because the risk is just too high for ending our trip right now, and it's too soon in the trip to to be sad about that. So yeah, we'll just skip this one. Maybe later we'll come across a new one and take that one.
So, up ahead we saw some mud, and this is gonna be terrible, I guess. So I hope I don't fall and trip over the mud, but it's gonna be a big chance. But we are gonna try it. I'm gonna take it really slow and easy. That was the most scary part. Now it's gonna be better. Okay, can't get out of this one. Oh, stalled. The sides are quite high. Oh yeah, but almost made it. I'm out of it. Oh. Fuck yeah! Oh yeah, I'm tired.
So we're ready I hope. There's a fly in my goggles, so I hope it doesn't go into my eye. Emma did really well, so I'm pretty nervous now. Okay, so let's go as far right as possible. Keep it steady, yes. Just straight through. Okay. Don't get my legs stuck. No. Oh. Don't know what that was. I think I'm stuck on something. There's a really big rock here that was getting my center stand stuck. Emma being a cutie trying to help. Okay, so now just woo! Oh man. Yeah. This one was pretty bad though. Oh man. Okay. Yes. Heb je hem?
Ja.
Oké.
Ga je vast over mij? Heb ik opgedrukt?
Ja. Ja? Eén kikken. Ja, meer gas. We finally settled down. As you can see, we settled with a group of other bikers in a shelter, and we were really glad to meet them. They're really nice Swedish guys, and they're riding the Trans-Euro Trail, which we discussed earlier. They ride it in reverse from north to south, and we had a really rough day. There were a lot of gnarly roads, and those were really great. They were cool to ride with a lot of rocks and big stones. But also there was a water crossing, and we thought for a bit and decided not to go there. And then we ended up in a really big bog. Had to go through because we couldn't really turn around there and not skip a big part of the TED. So yeah, we went through it, and it all went well. But then we ended up in really high, steep, sandy hills, which were really hard to ride with our heavy bikes. But we managed to do it. I believe Emma dropped her bike only once because she couldn't get from first to second gear because it jumped into neutral. But yeah, it was pretty nice. So we were planning to tell you a bit more about how to sleep well at night, but because we're so tired, we're probably going to talk about it in the morning. So you'll see that in a minute. But now we're going to shut down for the evening, chill out a bit, and then we'll see you in the morning. Tot zo.
Work hard, get dough. I can't get no sleep, please make my life more simple. Miles inside these shoes. don't stomp, I tiptoe. Fell 1,000 times and still I roll no limp though. But I wouldn't trade a thing for what I have. I go hard, do what I need to make it last. They say the good die young, I hope I'm bad. Cheers to my past. I'm doing great now, just in case they ask. In the booth and I lay.
Bye. So we slept really well again. It's I just woke up from I think 5 in the morning because there was a mouse underneath my sleeping pad squirming around. So I had a little pillow fight with him. And it was being really annoying and staying there, but eventually he left and I heard him squeak a bit. So the Swedish guys are already up, so we're going out of the tent also soon, and then we'll tell you about how to sleep well at night. Tot zo.
I go hard, do what I need to make it last. They say the good die young, I hope I'm bad. They say the good die young, I hope I'm bad.
So, as promised, about sleeping well in the tent when you're wild camping. So there are basically two types of comfort that are really important for sleeping well, and that's the mental part of it, so you need to feel comfortable mentally and safe. For instance, one of the campers this night woke up because he heard animals in the water, big animals, so he was a bit worried it might be a bear, but he looked out and it turned out to be elks swimming in the lake. And the other part, the second kind of comfort that's important, is your physical comfort, like sleeping on the right sleeping pad.
About the sleeping pad, often that's the most overlooked part of the gear. A lot of people tend to buy a really good sleeping bag, but don't think about the cold that's coming up from underneath the bed. You have a really cool system to see how warm your sleeping pad is. That's an R rating, and that's a score you can check out on every sleeping pad how warm it is. But also a lot of people tend to sleep on those big air mattresses and don't use some kind of insulator underneath it. So yeah, it's important to check that out, because especially when riding you get a lot of back aches. Yeah, you think the sleeping bag is making you too cold, but often it's but most of the time it's your sleeping pad that makes you cold. Another important part of your gear is your sleeping bag, of course. There are a lot of amazing sleeping bags out there, but for on the bike the gear needs to be a bit compact, so it's important to keep an eye on the temperature rating, the place you're going to, and what you find yourself comfortable in. What's also good to think about is on what type of pillow you bring along. Some people bring no pillow, some people bring a really big pillow with them, and me and Luc both have a different type of pillow. And what's really cool is that often at stores you can try them out and test them, what's good for you. So it helps out.
So, for the mental aspect, if you're worried about, for instance, animals attacking you or in the night waking you up, earbuds are really nice as well. Because when you're in the forest and it turns to night, it gets really quiet, and every little small sound can make a mouse sound like a bear. So it gets into your mind and you can't sleep because you want to stay awake and hear what it is. And here in Sweden, bears are actually the most dangerous animal you can encounter, I think. And moose can be a bit dangerous, but when you're sleeping they're not interested in you anyway. And for bears, the strategy for them not attacking you is probably, they're brown bears here, probably the best to just stay still in your tent anyway. So if you don't hear them with earplugs, it's not that bad. The other thing I would worry about even more than animals are people, because in a tent when you're sleeping you're pretty vulnerable. You can't hear around you, and you can't see around you, and yeah, we always got to carry expensive stuff with us on the motorcycle, because gear is expensive and people could steal it. So if you're worried about that, one thing that really helps me is to arrive at the campsite really early, check it out a bit and see if there are many people passing, or like yesterday when there was the really shifty guy was passing a few times. It really helps to just speak to the people that are passing, so you get an idea of who they are or what they're doing there. Another, it's maybe a bit overkill, but we've got a wild camera with Wi-Fi signal set up. It's for our content purposes, but we could also use it as a security camera for a tent. So if you're really afraid of humans getting into your luggage or something, you could buy a wild camera that has Wi-Fi connectivity, so I can just look from inside the tent what's happening outside the tent, and that's a nice peace of mind to have.
So the last thing to check for a good night's sleep is what place you set up your tent and how you set up your tent, because then you can sleep better. We're going to make another video about it, but until then you can check out this video over here where we have some trouble in the night because the tent gets blown away because we didn't check out the weather. I hope you guys sleep well, and these tips help you out when you're out camping or wild camping, and good luck. Tot zo!